I am not cool.
Hey guys, so today is my first day on this channel, UTL, and it stands for Universal Teen Life, but obviously you guys probably know that, and it's Friday, aka the best day of the week, and I'm just gonna say, I think I add to it. Totally kidding. Cool, probably don't add to anyone's day. And there's my cat. He doesn't want to be publicly seen with me, so today, if you haven't guessed by any of the previous videos this week, is horror week because Abby already did a skit and Nikki is doing something. It's not Friday yet, as you guys can probably tell because I'm filming this beforehand so I can edit and do all this other stuff. It's actually Wednesday right now and I have no idea what Nikki is posting or Charlotte. So basically I'm kind of doing this blind, you know. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite horror movies. The top 10, I'm going to start with 10. And I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to pull up a summary real quick. So the number 10 on this list is Eraserhead, and I don't know if any of you have watched Eraserhead. Okay, so Eraserhead was a movie filmed in 1977. It is by David Lynch and it follows this guy named Henry Spencer as he travels through an industrialized wasteland. And he meets some really odd people along the way there. There's a lady in the radiator. So I'm just gonna jump to number 9. Which is called Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. And it was filmed in 1990. This movie really got to me. I don't know if it was as bad as I think Serbia was my number 1. So skip ahead, if you want to hear about Serbia, which is disgusting. It's terrible. You probably should never watch that movie if you are under 35. Which I am. Only my mom was watching it and I don't really get scared of these movies, so she made me watch it with her. Boy oh boy, let me tell you, it was the worst experience of my life. So basically I'm reading the description for you guys, but there's this guy, it stars this guy named Michael Rooker. He's the actor and he's the serial killer Henry Lee Lucas. A woman is lying dead in the very beginning and she's brutally murdered, and then there's scenes of other murder victims in the very beginning, which I think is a really cool intro, cooler than my intros. Obviously I'm not a professional, guys, and I'm not Nikki with her awesome spoon trick, but hey. So basically Henry is this guy who kills people. Obviously he's the serial killer, and basically the whole thing is you seeing him murder people. The 8th on my list is Audition. It's a movie that was filmed in 1999. Takashi Mike with 2 eyes in Mike. I don't know why. He's the director of almost all of these movies on this list. A good 3 or 4, actually, not all at all. But I say all because he's a miracle horror film director. The first half of this whole film played out like a love story, and I legitimately thought it was oh no, this is one of those horror movies that's gonna end where the girl gets the guy, only he's dead. It's not like that. But basically it follows someone named Shigeharu Ayama. I don't really know his last name very well, but he's a middle-aged widower. And he finally makes his way back into this dating scene. He lost his wife 7 years before. I think it's 7 or 8. And he just decides he's an unconventional way of getting women. So he holds a fake audition in order to hopefully capture this woman of his dreams. Only it's really twisted the way that he does it. He's crazy. He's a psycho. Just what he ended up getting is it's definitely a woman, you know, but he doesn't like her. It's not the woman of his dreams. We find out that the girl who was auditioned, she's been like abused by like a bunch of men in her past, and like she basically turns into a psycho who finds revenge on every single man that's ever hurt her. And I'm not sure to be like, you go girl, or like, dude, you need to talk to a mental doctor because you're psychotic, just in case you didn't know. So number 7 is so disturbing. I don't even know if I should have this on my list. It's one of those that's like bordering the line of like art, and are you really like, do you carry that sadistic gene that makes you want to like torture people? It's a crazy movie. It's called The Cannibal Holocaust, if you can imagine what that's about, and it was filmed in 1980, and the director was this guy named Ruggero. I'll type his name in like the little, right here, probably, or right here, or right here, or somewhere over here. Oh God, I don't know if I can even talk about this, but it's a search party, and they're seeking out this missing film cast into the Amazon, like the Amazon jungle, for a documentary shoot. And Cannibal Holocaust, it represents the first contribution to found footage genres, and although it's not entirely found footage, the scenes that utilize it are horrific. I'm sorry I'm so exaggerated today. It's Wednesday, spring break starts after half a day tomorrow, and I'm going crazy. The film was considered so controversial at the time that it was even thought to be a snuff film in Milan, and director Twitaaa was arrested for suspicion of murder only 10 days after its release. It had like a great deal of attention because people thought that this was like a real thing. It contains real life killings.
So they were like, yo, this guy's using classified information in a movie. How would anyone but the murderer know, like, how these people were killed? Honestly, Ruggero Deodato, I think, could be like a serial killer.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. I say, boy, quit fooling around.